That's the problem with Chloe and I as well, because like just then we were having technical difficulties and it got really stressful, and Chloe was quite stressed. But when I'm stressed, I just laugh and it doesn't make the situation better.
Yeah, that's probably not helpful for Chloe. Is that right, Chloe?
That's why we're in separate rooms right now, but in the same house. Because like I'm literally about to peg my computer at her head.
We got off on the wrong foot today, sis.
Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a video.
So you're coming from very different places, right? You're very different people.
It's wild how we work.
It's actually hilarious too, because it comes out and create like visually too, because we design merch together and like I put forward things and she hates them. And then she puts forward things and I'm like, what are your eyeballs seeing? Like, what is going on behind those fucking retinas? Because I did not see the same shit. I'm like, that is fugly. It's actually just crazy how different we are.
Are you curious about what attracts you to each other, given you're so different?
Yes.
It's so weird. There's zero grey area. It's black and white. That's it.
Yeah. Do you know what we are really cohesive at and like the best? Like we gel so good when it comes to running the family. Like when Chloe and I are together with Fisher and Minnie, we're all collectively the best co-parents and we work so well in alignment in that scenario.
Yeah, we actually do. It's just so weird.
Fun and we love it. And that's what saves us, I think. And then we go into Darling Shine and we're both just like.
So when you go back into that example, the family example, what do you do in that example that makes it work? It sounds as though you kind of, you're a little bit flexible, you're kind of adaptive, you go with the flow a little bit, you're watching each other, and if someone needs a hand, then you're there to support.
Yeah.
Likewise, right?
But you definitely nailed it then, like, because now thinking about our family scenario, it works. And like we've got completely, even though Minnie's not my own baby, we have completely different parenting styles, like black and white again. Like
100%.
The way that Elodie mothers Minnie is completely different to the way that I mother Minnie. And like like Elodie will do the washing, I'll be like bathing the baby. Like
Chloe wants to take Minnie to the hospital every 5 seconds for like no reason.
Shut up.
She's a helicopter.
She has a cough.
She's doting godmother. Like basically, we're definitely both mothers to this kid. Like she couldn't live in a world without Chloe, like our baby. She's our baby. She couldn't live in a world without you too. Like both of you and Fish. Oh, bless. It's because she brings us so much joy and the family unit is our happy place. Whereas sometimes work, it probably used to bring us so much joy. And actually, it obviously still does. I fucking love it. But it's like, because it's I mean, I don't know what it is. I was going to say because it's this we must do it thing. But then obviously we must be mums too. I don't know. I'm not sure what the difference is.
So that's some more homework, right?
Yeah.
So really reflect on what works well in the family, what the stakes are in the family. These high stakes are in the business, because as the business grows and you come to expect something from it perhaps, or you get attached to the success of it, that changes the dynamic of how you relate to the business as well.
I think I've got such high expectations of it, and I just want to I just, especially for our audience, like, I think just recently there's a few people have like made comments with reviews and they're just like, it's just not the same. And I think that has like ruffled my feathers so much because, our podcast is about like IVF and grief and hardships. And, there's obviously beautiful, fun times. But when we started the podcast, it was through the pandemic. We were together the whole time. We were really in the thick of like a lot of shit. And now people are like devastated that they're not getting the shit anymore. But I'm like, but it just means that our life is moving to be on track. So it's not always shit all the time. And I think that like,
yeah, we don't have as much griefy business to talk about.
Yeah.
Like we're not in the thick of everything right now.
I think the expectations are just so high.
Yeah. So come back to what you guys love doing, where you love hanging out together and you love creating content that, is impactful and makes a difference to people, right? Mm-hmm. And you can do that at your best when you're clear about how you come together and when you come together and what it is you're doing. and all the other headaches that go along with, you know, a progressively expanding business that's incredibly successful, you can have looked after by others who are good at that. And you're in a position now where you can afford to start to look at doing that.
So true. And I always say to Chloe, and I guess it's such a double-edged sword, because I always say, don't even look at the reviews. Like, I won't even look at them because I'm a bit of an avoidant person. But then Chloe's like, but it gives me like constructive feedback that I can work with. I'm like, so true.
Some of them are constructive where they're saying, you say like a lot, or, you know, and I think,
Yes.
okay, I'm going to try and change that. Whereas some are just like trolly and they're just going on about saying that we're not the same anymore. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
And look, you've got your tribe, and you will find your tribe, and you'll continue to grow your tribe, right? And they're the ones that you're serving. It's not everybody. And where these businesses fall over is where you try to be everything to everybody.
Yes, 100%. And like the more people we reach, or the more successful, I guess, that we get, the more haters or the more negative feedback we'll get along with the positive. And it's so hard. Like, you got to just keep remembering 99% of people are saying beautiful things. It's the freaking 1%ers that get us.
And the key is, and this is the hard bit, is when you check in with yourself, are you saying the things that are true for you and that are genuine for you and come from your place of integrity? And if that's where it's coming from, then what difference does it make what other people think? It's a gift that you're creating to give to people. Not everybody will see the gift, but the people who understand the gift will be appreciative of it.
That's beautiful.
Oh, that's so nice. Needed that.
I needed that. I think this is so important. I think not like say every friendship needs a relationship counselor, but I think it's so important to just have real talk with your friends. Like, especially if you're in business with them, or like you're literally besties and you're together all the time, but you piss the shit out of each other like we do. It's not a love-hate, but it's a love-love. But like, it's like we're sisters. We just niggle. Feel like, were you going to say we should bring in some sort of segment, sis, where we do this often? That's what I was going to say.
But I think that we should make this a thing with Dr. Trav. Like this, I actually really enjoying this. This is really nice because we've got a mediator.
Yeah, it's easier when you have a mediator. Otherwise, me, you, and fish gets involved.
Well, it's interesting because sometimes it just takes someone to translate and interpret and I guess represent in a way that can be heard by the other person differently. Because, you know, we hear what we think we're hearing, and sometimes we hear what we want to hear, not actually what's being said. And having that third voice translate that to people, right?
Seriously, I think it's like, you know, I get off my chest, Elodie gets off my chest in the way that you, exactly what you just said, relaying it back. I think it's really important. Is this like a common thing to lots of people, like with friends in business and stuff? Like, is this like this friendship therapy or like business counseling? Like, is this a thing?
It doesn't happen as much as what I think it needs to happen. I think it's happening more and more now because I think we're becoming more sensitive to mental health in the workplace, for example, and what are the conditions that allow mental health to surface and mental illness to emerge as well. So I think organisations are getting better at it. But, you know, I've been a psychologist for a lot of years now. Back when I started in organisations, if anybody knew that you were talking to a psychologist in an organisation, that was not a good thing, right?
Totally.
And for blokes my age, it's like even now it's a bit of a stretch for blokes my age. So, you know, it takes time, but it's getting better and it makes so much of a difference, you know, and it doesn't take a lot of effort to do it.
It's really good.